Hey y'all, it's Effortlessly Real, bringing out that real shit, because if I don't do it, who the fuck will? So before we get into the topic of today, I need to right my wrongs from yesterday. In the video I said it was day 14, however it was day 15. Today is day 16 and it is Tipping Tuesday. So, we're going to give you some tips because people need tips out here. Tip number 1, your mentality determines your reality. So please write that down because it's very essential for you to understand that tip. Your mind is matter. We talked about it. So we're just going to have to figure that out and believe in what that means because it's self-explanatory. Please understand that. Your mentality is your reality. Once you have tip number 1 down packed, you can go to tip number 2. So now it's time to do something that makes you happy, because in results you'll be thinking positive thoughts. You're doing this thing that makes you happy, you think positive thoughts, which is going to make you happy, and it's just going to be an entire cycle of happiness. But you have to create that with tip number 1, which is your mentality determines your reality, and then the reality that you want to create is going to be something that makes you happy. So start doing stuff that makes you happy. That's going to be a reality. Like, I'm here now, I'm doing what makes me happy, then you're going to be all good. Your mind will be good, your body will be good, and everything will be good. Because once you start thinking those negative thoughts, it just doesn't work out properly in your favor because they're negative. So just think positive, be happy, write down tip number 2 because you're going to need that for tip number 3. It all goes hand in hand. Tip number 3 is never second guess yourself. So you should never second guess yourself. It's yourself, it's your instinct, it's what you believe is true. So if you second guess yourself, you're thinking whatever you believe is true is not true. So then therefore you're thinking negative. And we're just going down the wrong path, like we already talked about. We don't want to go down the wrong path and think negative. We want to only think positive. So in order to think positive, you should never second guess yourself. Whatever you just said is what it is, and it's what it's going to be, regardless of anything. Just as long as that thing that you are thinking about is positive, it would be great. But, if we're already initially thinking about something negative, then, we already got some work to do on that. But we're going to just start off with never second guessing yourself when you are making a decision, because you already believe that that decision is true. So don't think negative to make it seem like you're not true in what you said already. While we are letting our mentality determine our reality and then doing something happy to bring that back in a circle to make our mind think positive, and then we never second guess our mind, we have to go to tip number 4 and we have to now pay it forward. We have to give back now to the community, to society. Like, now that's what's left to keep the world going around, to keep the cycle going. We're feeling good. Now let's have someone else feeling good as well, because it feels good to feel good. So why do we want to just feel good all alone? Now we need to spread the love, spread it all around, and make sure we're all wearing a fucking crown, because we're all kings and queens out here just trying to do good and live good. So we need to be able to do that in one accord, and we're going to stay doing that by helping one another.